no, I'm not Amish, and this isn't prop, this is what I wear. So, I was a senior in high school, and I was very much a part of a pretentious group called Emanon, no name backwards, because we're cool like that. And we had our yearly elections for officers, and I was running for El Presidente. And I didn't think I had anybody on my side, and I thought, well, I might as well go for it. And I give some sort of speech saying, hey, I just want to do this because this is what I love. Everyone else gave a really nice speech. And I come back in, and apparently I won! And the kid who no one liked apparently won the presidency. And, yeah, it was the first time I had any sort of really authority over anything. So I get involved with the theater company a lot more, and I'm, running through the first show, I'm helping direct, I'm helping tell people what to do and stuff like that. I'm feeling really cool about myself. I'm involved with a bunch of the other, directors and teachers and stuff with all of that. And one's my not my home teacher, what do you call that, the period you don't have anything else to do?
Study hall.
Study hall, right. And truly we had nothing else to do, so I'm like, I'm going to grab a board game. And then my teacher, who is also my history teacher, takes me out in the hall and says, you have other things to do, right? You're not doing well in that class. You don't have time for games. Maybe you don't have time for the theater company. And he gets in my face. And my two reactions are either faint or deck him. And I go with option one. And I faint right in front of him. And so I think, this is over, this is done with, ba-da-da. He drags me to the nurse's office. Oh sweet Jesus Christ, this is horrible. And, the nurse props me up. It was just, nerves and crap like that. So I'm thinking, oh no, this is over for me. This is all over. And I go back to helping direct the first show, and then we're getting to the second show, and it's really stressful, and we're all arguing with each other. And the guy takes me aside and says, you really shouldn't have been elected to this. You really shouldn't have had this. And we pull off a really good show. We pull off a really good season. And he kind of just gives me crap the entire time. And so it comes year's end, and I'm ending my senior year in high school. There's a lot of endings and goodbyes and stuff we're trying to do. And as El Presidente at our annual banquet, I have to give the opening speech. And the kind of old lady who was helping run this, who had been there for 30-ish years, asked, can I hear the speech before you give it? And so I kind of get a rough draft together and give her the speech right beforehand. And she's almost in tears after I read it. And I'm just like, is everything okay? She's like, where did that come from? And I was like, it's just right here, lady. And so that goes over okay with her. I'm like, this might not work out. And, the teacher who was giving me crap the entire year was, keep it short and sweet up herself. And we had been buddy-buddy, but a bit too buddy-buddy. So it comes time to actually give this speech, and it's the end of the year, and we pulled off a good season, and I'm still not the popular kid, but everyone's come to respect the fact that I have some sort of authority of what goes over. Mind you, I'm still a high school student, so I actually had no authority. And I give this speech that I think, it's not that great, and I give it as heartfelt as I can, and I almost tear up in front of everyone. There's a whole, because it's theater in high school, so if you're a male, you're one of 10 dudes in the room. So there's a whole row of girls in front of me, mixed with a few other different people and parents and teachers and staff and stuff like that. All bawling their eyes out. This whole room is just bawling their eyes out at this speech. And I just go to sit back down and let everything ride out. And at the end of the night, that teacher who gave me crap and I fainted in front of comes up to me. It wasn't the end of the night, it was right before they were about to make their speech, and they said, way to go, we can't follow that up. So it just goes to show that even though if you have, you think you have power, though you really don't, you can surprise people with the amount of power you're actually given. So that's my story. Thanks, guys.